To Dr. Wahida. My name is Muhammad Syahmi bin Muhammad Zainordi. I'm from Group 2. So today we want to present about our project Smart Classroom. So the group member is first Syahid Safwan, second Engku Ilman, third Muhammad Syahmi, and fourth is Muhammad Faris. So I will present about the introduction. So the introduction is this project is called motion detection using Internet of Things. The main reason for this project is since human motion and then transmit the signal wireless using a sensor. So the second is this project will relate to auto power on light and light system. So the next about objective. So we have three objective for our project. First is to build a sensor system that can transmit the received signal wireless. Second, to design the improved new lighting control system using Internet of Things. Three is to analyze data about the number of people that can be detected. So the next slide I will pass to Engku Ilman to explain about the methodology. So thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ilman with Mawardi, matrix number C20216. So today I will explain the next slide, which is methodology, analysis study and research paradigm justification. So for our project we use for analysis study, which is feasibility analysis, data gathering and collection, framework design stage and evaluation stage. So we go to the next slide, which is project development phase. So from this slide we can see that we have a few of our development phase, which is planning, analysis and design. After that we go to build and demonstrate and refine. After we done the refine, we go to testing, and the last phase is implementation to the real situation. Alright, so that's all from me. So for the next slide I will pass to my next member. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and good day to viewers. I am Mohd Faris bin Nahar, representing of Group 2 of Engineering Management, and right now I am about to present to you our project milestone, or in another way it's called project time frame. And as we already know, we are proposing about the smart classroom, which we need to propose it for our faculty, which is Faculty of Electrical and Electronic Engineering of University Tun Hussein of Malaysia. And this is our project milestone, where we plan to start it on 31st December or 31st January, 31st January of 2022, which on Monday. And the project will ongoing about 5 weeks. So first of all, it requires a 5 phase, and for the first 3 phase is our site, and the last 2 phase, the deployment and feedback, is the client side. And first of all, I want to talk about the user requirement study. And in this phase, we are about to study the problem, outcomes, and any possible outcomes of the problem, and the advantages and the disadvantages that the system that we want to implement in the faculty. And it takes about 3 days to study that. And the second phase is development, and in this phase we are about to develop the circuitry and the system that we want to implement on. And in this phase we are already divided into 2 parts, which is the first one is software study and the second one is hardware study. And we are about to run the software study phase first, because every project that we want to implement on is require a software simulation before it going to be produced physically. And the total of the development phase is 6 days. And then the third one is internal testing. In this phase, the internal testing is about our simulation and our testing phase, which we want to simulate it and troubleshooting any error outcomes that will coming out from the project. And in this phase, we are about to correcting back any possible error that occur from the first phase and the second phase. And both of it will require 10 days, which we allocated 5 days on software simulation and 5 days on hardware simulation. And the fourth one is deployment, which we want to installing the device or the hardware itself in our client side, which is in Faculty of Electrical and Electronic Engineering classroom. And it just require one day to implement the software, implement the hardware and the software itself. And the last one is feedback. And in this phase, we are about to collect the feedback, which we want to gain any information from students and lecturers or staff, where the system might be producing any good outcomes or bad outcomes. So by collecting this kind of information, we can gain any mistakes that we done before, or any possible error that we didn't even encounter on. And so the feedback phase, we are allocated around 14 days. And that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi, my name is Safwan and Rosfan. Message number CE 190006. And in this video, I'm going to present the costing part. So the goal of project costing is to keep the expenditures within the allocated budget by estimating, planning and managing the costs throughout the project life cycle. For a project to be considered successful, it must meet the following criteria, which is it meets the specification and scope, its execution quality is excellent, and is done on time and on budget. So for our project, the cost material for our project, first we need the Arduino Uno Rev 3 main board, which is cost RM31.90. So we need 21 unit for 21 lamp. So the total is RM669.90. Next, we need a USB Type B cable, which is cost RM3, but we need only one because it's used to transfer the coding from the computer to the Arduino. So next, we need a breadboard, which is size small, cost RM2.40. Also, still we need 21 for every Arduino, and the total cost is RM50.40. So next material, which is LED 3mm red color. We also need 21 unit, which is cost 10 cents per unit, and the total is RM2.10. The same with LED 3mm green color. And next we need resistor 0.25 watt, 5% 10 kilo ohm. The unit also the same, 21 unit, and the cost also the same, 10 cents per unit and RM2.10 for 21 unit. Also the same for resistor 220 ohm. So all this thing is for our project to use on the Arduino Uno Rev 3. So next we need mil-to-mil jumper wire, which is cost 10 cents per unit, and we need 105 unit. Why? Because for every Arduino we need estimatically 5 mil-to-mil jumper wire. So we times with 21 and we need 105. So the total cost is RM10.05. Sorry, RM10.50. So next we need a PIR motion sensor module,
which is cost us 4 ringgit and 50 cent. So the same we need 21 unit, which is cost total 94 ringgit and 50 cent. And lastly, we need Arduino Wi-Fi module, which is cost 14 ringgit and 90 cent. And we need also 21, and the total is 312 ringgit and 90 cent. So the total cost is 1,149 ringgit and 60 cent. So next, we continue to the cost worker. First, we need a freelance to design our Arduino system. So the cost is 200 ringgit, and the working period is until the system is finished. So next, we need to install the Arduino system in our classroom. So we need to hire it, and the cost to hire it is 10 ringgit per hour. So to complete one Arduino, we estimate we need 1 hour for one Arduino. So we have 21 Arduino, so we need 21 hour, and the total is 210 ringgit. So the total cost is 410 ringgit for cost worker. So lastly, the total cost, we combine the cost material and the cost worker, we got 1,559 ringgit and 60 cent for total cost. So I think that's all for my part for costing. Thank you for watching.